Hello everyone, Mark at Service and Sync here. I'm going to go over service area. Service area is simply what areas you service and what color the appointments in those areas should appear on the schedule. Here you may see a list of existing service areas, and you can edit those service areas by clicking the green pencil icon in the far right of the row for that service area. If you don't have any yet in the list, that's fine, you can add one now. So if you want to add a new service area, then click the Add Service Area button. This will bring up the Add or Edit Service Area menu. First, it will be important to figure out what match type you will be using, so let me explain each option. Selected Region on Map is the most customizable option and will allow you to draw shapes and polygons on the map to designate individual areas. When drawing shapes, you can always delete them by right-clicking them. So if you are editing an existing service area that has a shape already, simply right-click it to be able to draw a new shape. To draw a rectangle, click the Draw a Rectangle button. Then click on the map where you want the rectangle to start and move your mouse over to where you want the rectangle to end, and left-click again. You can edit the rectangle by clicking and moving the individual circular vertices in the shape. To delete the rectangle, you can right-click it. To draw a circle with a radius, click the Draw Circle button. Left-click on the map where the center of the circle should be and move the mouse to increase and decrease the size of the service area to the desired radius. Once the size is correct, left-click to place it. Here you can edit the position of the circle by clicking and dragging the middle circular vertex. And you can resize the radius by clicking and dragging the outside vertices. To delete the circle, you can right-click it. To draw a polygon or custom shape, click the Draw Shape button. Then left-click on the map where you'd like to begin your shape. Move your mouse to the next position and left-click again to anchor another side of the shape. Continue this until your shape is complete. At the last line, you can double-click to automatically connect the shape or simply connect the last side back to your initial starting point and then left-click to place it. The next match type is Matched Zip Postal Code. Selecting this will open up a zip postal code field where you can specify one or multiple zip codes. If specifying multiple, you must use a comma to separate them. The next match type is Distance from Address. Selecting this will open up an address field where you can specify either an exact address or just a zip or postal code, and a distance field where you can specify the maximum distance in miles from that address that designates your service area. The next match type is State or Province. Selecting this will open up a state or province field where you can specify the state or province that is your service area. The last match type is Country. If you service an entire country, then selecting this will open up a country field where you can specify the country that is your service area. Now I'll move on to colors. Color is the background color appointments in this designated service area will show on the schedule. You can click the color field to open a color box where you can set the color you prefer. Text color is the foreground text color appointments in this designated service area will show on the schedule. This field also has a color box where you can select the text color. You'll see how these colors will look on the schedule as you make changes because the background and foreground color in the fields will correspond to the colors you are selecting as a preview to help you customize. And finally, the last field is Color Priority. This is optional and used only if you have multiple overlapping service areas. You can use Color Priority to fine-tune which colors are more important based on which service area. So a higher priority will override the color specified in a lower color priority service area. So for example, if you have one service area that is a 50-mile radius from your address set as a color priority 0, and then one specific zip code as a separate service area that also falls within that 50-mile radius but has a color priority of 1, then appointments in that specific zip code will show the color on that specific zip code service area and not the one in the 50-mile radius service area. The higher number takes priority over the lowest on multiple service area matching. Check everything to make sure it is correct and then click the blue Save button to save the service area. Just a quick note, make sure that your service area's entries cover all your service area that your business operates in. Customers will not be able to get a quote or add an address if their address is not inside your service areas. If you need more help with these, feel free to open a live chat at the bottom right of the Service and Sync page, or simply give us a call at the phone number at the top right of the Service and Sync page, and we'll be glad to walk you through it and answer any questions you might have.